Okay. So, Kim and Tom were racing through the forest, jumping over logs, swinging through vines, riding on the African elephant princess, when suddenly they stumbled into a film shooting. After a quick glance around by Kim, the trio realized that they had stumbled into the Oprah show, which had recently revived after its closing due to hate mail from angry and sadly suicidal housewives, and the show producers realized that the show must go on for single, lonely housewives everywhere so that they would not commit suicide, because all they had to do during the day was cook and watch the Oprah show and hopefully win cars if they got on it. So, Kim was ecstatic because she had never before met a woman big enough to have a bigger butt than Kim, and she was like, oh my god, yeah, she's fatter than me, obviously, well, not much, but still, she's like, her butt is bigger than hers, and she was ecstatic. Tom was, Tom, obviously in the story, Tom was not very observative, so Tom was, I think, dozing off or something. But the African elephant princess, though, was falling in love. So, I mean, here was this woman. She didn't care if she was a woman or an elephant, because really she had recently turned into a lesbian. So the elephant was like, she is my size, my color, and she is perfect. So the African princess elephant shook Kim and Tom off of her back, ran over to Oprah, grabbed her in her trunk, and ran away into the jungle sunset. Really romantic, except that Oprah's last words that anyone heard from her, she didn't die, but just from civilization that anyone heard from her, was, "Tell Ellen she's a bitch." Because Oprah and Ellen have always had a thing against each other. Big talk show hosts, they hate each other, and Oprah hates everyone, in my opinion. So anyways, Conan O'Brien instantly became the newest top hit talk show, by the way. Ellen could never reach that spot. So Tom and Kim were now alone with the film crew in the jungle, and they decided to start filming them and create another reality TV show for Kim, because why not? There's already one, which sucks, so why not add another? So for a year, Tom and Kim were lost in the forest jungle, and with the film crew filming, we're in a reality TV show, which was actually never on air yet because they were kind of away from civilization, being lost. So eventually, though, they stumbled into the original place that Kim and UPS Man came from. It was now a village called Croatoa, which actually explains the whole lost village of the early Americas thing. The angel apparently had picked up the village and brought it over to Africa. So that explains it. Anyways, Kim went to the village while Tom hid under some trees because Tom has to keep up his pale complexion, kind of like Edward Cullen. Because, he's all pale and stuff for the movie because he's supposed to be hiding like a closet or a house all a couple years in the Harry Potter series movies. Anyways, so Kim went in there, and to her dismay, in one of the biggest buildings, she found UPS Man and the angel from before making out on the bed. Though, apparently Angel was actually a gay guy. Yes, a sassy gay guy. And Kim shouted at the UPS Man like, "Oh my god, you asshole, how could you cheat on me? I loved you, I did all this for you for years, and how could you do this?" But sassy gay angel guy was all like, "Oh my god, Kim, seriously? You need to grow up and get out of this house and leave us alone, you stupid whore, and go get a butt reduction surgery, okay? Now go away, girl, and fuck off." So Kim started crying, ran out, but she didn't want Tom to see or Tom to know, because Tom was her only friend now. Everyone else was gone. Poor Kim. Cry, cry. Hashtag cry, cry. Anyway, so Tim wiped up her tears, put on a fake smile, went out, and then saw Tom waiting there for her. He had waited in the village for her, away from the trees, giving up his pale complexion for her. Which, right now, sounds really stupid, but for Kim, that was really emotional and sweet of him, because all those years of being lost in the jungle, all he did was hide in the trees while she did all the work, because he was worried about his pale complexion for whenever he got back to do his movie career, if that ever does happen, since they were kind of lost in the jungle. Anyways, the point is, it was really romantic and sweet, and Kim realized how much she had grown on Tom and how much he grew on her, and that they were really in love, and she really did love him. So Tom and Kim decided to steal a horse from the village, ride out into the sunset, just like Oprah and the elephant, and then decide to live a life in the jungle and start their own family. So, actually, no, they didn't. They actually rode out into the jungle, and they realized that it really sucks to live in the jungle. The UPS man wasn't putting down Kim every second and keeping her in the jungle, so they're like, this sucks. All these mosquitoes are biting me, and ugh. So they decided to go to London. They went back to Tom's flat. So they went back to London. They lived happily. They actually, because the paparazzi were following them, wondered about where they were all the years, so they decided, before any big stories could come out or anything into People magazine or anything, they decided that what they would do is that they would learn magic. So they went back to Diagon Alley, learned magic, changed their appearance, and changed their names to Lily and James Potter. Yeah, see where I'm going with this? So they changed their names, changed their appearance, and then they decided to have a kid. Soon they had a kid, which they named Harry Potter. Yeah, see, you know where I'm going with this now. Harry was a sweet little boy, but he didn't get to see his parents for long. Little did Harry know, in his adolescent years, one day he would meet a half-giant named Hagrid. And Hagrid would say, "Harry, you're a wizard, Harry." Hashtag cry. And the rest is history.